Hello, my name is Carrie Lentz, and I'm the District Vice President for Edmonton East at TD Canada Trust. TD is very proud to sponsor Eric's New Women's chapter of the Career Mentorship Program. This program will feature a series of modules designed with women in mind for professional growth and personal wellness. Please check back each month for new and exciting installments. Enjoy!
There's a value to being a project manager. It's not just for work. It's actually a life skill. You need project management to be able to execute your tasks, right? So I knew that this was coming. Like when we got the notice in March that all the kids were going to school, to home, and all my classes were switching from classrooms to home, I had to sit down and expand the schedule. We already had a schedule because we were coordinating all these people in the house with the car and the rides and pickups and things. I had to expand the schedule because now I needed somebody to cook for the kids and I needed somebody to help them with homework. So we created a schedule per day with times. What happens from 8 to 9? Kids have math class. What happens from 9 to 10? Kids have religion class. Like you have to make a very detailed schedule, and yours is in there too. You have a meeting from 9:30 to 10:30. So you cannot be there when they switch classes. Who's going to be there when they switch classes because they need to access the program. So we made a schedule, and it requires some careful planning because there were some things I could not do. For example, I could not cook every single meal, right? So I had to delegate to my teenagers. The teenagers have to learn how to cook. And sometimes my husband would help too. I got lucky. My partner is very equal in terms of duties at home. So I have that benefit. Some of you have to struggle with that, and I totally understand. You're gonna have to negotiate the terms of the engagement with the online thing because you cannot be in two places at the same time. You don't have a time machine, you don't have a hologram, a robot. So you're gonna have to get more organized and actually ask people to do things. Of course, they might say no once in a while. So you might have to lower your standards, okay? They're gonna have to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch today because there's no time for the fancy meal that is full of nutrients, although peanut butter and jelly has nutrients. So it is both. You negotiate with people to help you, and also you have to lower your standards, that the house is gonna stay dirty longer. And you have to be firm because if you're in class, for example, I teach, so I'm the only person in that classroom that cannot be interrupted. The students can be interrupted. They put their mute on or their camera off, but the teacher can't. I have to be online fully. So I go as far as putting postcards on my door so the kids know that it's shush time. And that's how we did it. The schedule is our go-to. Every time there's a conflict, the schedule helps us figure it out. And people know who's in charge of cooking when, what meals, what day. And teenagers have to step up. In Canada, we don't make our teenagers do a lot of work. So they have become workers, family workers now. And even the little ones know, okay, I'm just gonna have to go get my own breakfast. And they go to the pantry and you have to prepare it, of course, make little lunch boxes because you cannot be interrupted. Maybe you're in a meeting with your boss and that meeting is 2 hours. So for those 2 hours, I am not available. And they have to have like backup things. So it's some moms are, before the second lockdown, we were able to send our kids to daycare and school. So it was a little bit more manageable. Some of us kept the kids at home. I kept the kids at home. So I was already trained on how to do it. And then the second lockdown came. So it's just business as usual now. We need an office. We definitely need an office. And if you have a closet with a door, your office is the closet with a door. You need a door. It's impossible to shush your kids all day long. You need a place where you can actually isolate. So I tell people to get a small table, if you don't have an office already, a small table, with their laptop or their computer, a small chair. You need a lamp because of the light. You need light for meetings online. You need a good set of headphones or at least earphones, because some people want to hear if the kids are calling them. So earphones might be okay because headphones will be completely isolated sound. And the other thing I ask for them to have is everything on their desk, like pencils and paper and phone and charger, because some of your meetings are going to keep you on the chair for an hour or two. You cannot just leave the camera, because at least when you were face to face, you could say, I'll be right back. And they could see you walk to the desk and get something. If you're out of the camera, you're gone. So this is the setup of the office. It's pretty important. Eventually the children and whoever lives in the house with you will understand that that's your space. When you're in that office and the door is closed, there should not be knocking, which I've had my kids do. They knock on the door or they come and they try to speak with signals. So setting up the office is pretty important. Yeah. I really enjoy working from home. I didn't think it was possible, but I can take a break almost whenever I want. My schedule is pretty flexible that way. The kids have breaks all the time. So we get sometimes family time at 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's actually helped a little. We need to be disciplined though. Because there's no time for the office. You don't have to drive the car. You don't have to leave early to pick up the kids from daycare. You have to be disciplined. You have to have a clock on your table that actually rings. Workday is over. You have to shut it down. We think that because we're at home, we keep working. And that was pretty bad in the March and April and May. I kept working right through 7, 8, 9 p.m. And that was not sustainable. No. So actually I have to have my clock reminding me that the office time is over because we keep going.